Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. We're doing a Swiss Battle for Zendikar draft. Open Guardian of Tazim. This is actually the first time I think I've opened this card. We're going to pick it. Super strong card. Very, very difficult to play against. Yeah, really powerful card. Other good cards in here. Dampening Pulse, Nullifier, Clutch of Currents, Myers Malice, I guess. That's about it. Taking Guardian. Very happily. Okay, guess we can follow up with a Clutch of Currents. Stays on color with our first pick. There is a turn against in here, which is good too. But I'm fine staying on color and also getting a strong card in Clutch of Currents. I guess I should at least admit, turn against hasn't been as good in this format than I thought it would be because it's such a strong card. I mean, on its surface, it's such a strong card. So it is weird that, I don't know, it hasn't been as heavy a hitter as I was expecting. I guess there's also a reproach in here, but we're definitely just going to take Clutch. That's perfectly acceptable. Okay. So, Infiltrator and Mist Intruder in here. I think we probably just take the Infiltrator. Good card. If we get some more processors, ingesters rather, we can, maybe get some processing going. Infiltrator's a good card regardless. Just unblockable, good blocker with ingest. A lot of good abilities wrapped up into it. Certainly better than Mist Intruder, but Mist Intruder could definitely end up in this deck if, we have the right blue-red or blue-black processing needs. Okay, so I guess there's Merc Strider. There's also Kozilek's Channeler. Blighted Cataract. That's about it. I guess I'm willing to take a Merc Strider here over the Kozilek's Channeler. I think Channeler is very good, but I've already got a couple 5-drops, and I don't know, might be able to make some sort of, might be early enough to set up some processing and ingesting, possibly. I don't have to go out of my way for it, but I'm basically giving up a Channeler for a Merc Strider, which I don't think is a huge deal. Blighted Cataract is good too, though. Okay, so I guess there's Cloud Manta, which should be more for like blue-white flyers, but I guess we have a good blue-white flyer base already. Infiltrator's good in that deck because it's unblockable and can block the ground. Guardian is, of course, good because it flies, and Clutch is great because, gets you some tempo. Guess we can take Cloud Manta. I don't love it, but I think it's fine. Okay. So, Anticipate and Mindraker. There's also a Sharpshooter in here. I'm fine taking Anticipate, though. I think the card is pretty playable. Keeps our options open. Once again, we're not giving up anything too crazy good here for it. We do want to cut blue. I mean, blue is a super strong color in this format. Okay, so Sludge Crawler, which might be late enough where we just want to pick it here. It does have ingest. It's going to work well with future processing cards. Otherwise, we could take Cryptic Cruiser, but I mean, this is a late, like I said, late Sludge Crawler, and it's a good card. Otherwise, it's Rush of Ice, Cryptic Cruiser. So, all right, we'll take the Crawler here. I mean, now we have a couple ingesters and one processor, so these are both really good ingesters too, where even if you're not actively ingesting or processing, they function really well outside of that. Okay, I guess we can take Skyline Cascade. Otherwise, it's like Pathway Arrows for sideboard, but Could end up playing the Cascade. Tightening Coils versus Myers Malice, and there's Altar's Reap. Altar's Reap not really what this deck wants, I don't think. Myers Malice is pretty good. Might want that over the Tightening Coils, but Tightening Coils actually looks pretty good in here because we already have Unblockable Guy, Flying Guy, and 2 Flying Guys. Could be an argument for Tightening Coils. I think I'm actually going to take the Malice, though. I think that card's actually pretty strong. I guess we're not even, like, officially moved in on black yet, so maybe I should have just taken the Coils, but I think Malice is a pretty strong card. 3/3 plus discard 2 is pretty nice. I don't really want Night Watch. Don't really want Slab Hammer. Could take Boiling Earth. Maybe I end up in blue-red still. There's a chance. Or maybe I finally make the Grixis deck that people have commented to me quite a few times. Could be like Focus, Blue, Splash Black, Splash Red. That would be interesting. This looks like a deck that could possibly support that kind of plan, but I would want some fixing. Or I wouldn't feel comfortable going 3-color. Alright, I guess we can take a second. Anticipate. I don't know if I need 2 of them, but we don't have a ton going on early yet, so I guess a couple anticipates could make the 3-color plan work a little bit better, with or without fixing. Wow, okay. Well, I mean, there's a Salvage Drone, but I don't really like the card, even though it has Ingest. I think we're just going to take Blighted Cataract pretty happily here. That also makes the 3-color plan less likely, but regardless, it's a good card. All right, pretty good base. We can still move blue-red or blue-black. And I guess we could technically move blue-white still as well, so we're pretty open here in terms of what direction we want to go. All we know is we're blue, not necessarily moved in on any specific archetype yet. All right. Okay, so maybe we open a Gideon. That'd be cool. Move in on blue-white. Get a bunch of tickets. Wasteland Strangler. Yeah, I mean, it's a card that's got good incentive to move deeper into blue-black. Definitely. Otherwise, there's Malachor Familiar. There's Complete Disregard. A Mist Intruder. But, I mean, Strangler is definitely a worthwhile process here. 3 mana, 3/2 plus kill something. Probably just worth it here. Yeah. Passing Disregard and Mist Intruder kind of sucks, but I think there's pretty high probability we get back Grave Birthing or Spell Shrivel, both of which would be good for Strangler and Mercstrider, and maybe the Rune Processor. But yeah, we'll take the Strangler. All right. Ooh, Tidecaller is very good. There's Evolving Wilds in here. But yeah, we want Tidecaller. Already have that made the Myers Malice pick better. Definitely. All right. Conduit of Ruin. So it puts a 7-drop creature, colorless creature on top of your library, and then it makes future spells cheaper. It's not bad. Could also take Rising Miasma, which I actually like. We have a decent deck for it. Not an insane one, but a decent one. And there's times where Rising Miasma can do a lot of work. I think Conduit of Ruin is okay, though. But I think Miasma just looks better with the Tidecaller as well. It's pretty tough to awaken Rising Miasma. I've done it, but You don't get a ton of opportunities to do it. There's a Nettle Drone in here too. We're not super well set up to go 3-color. I'll take Miasma. I think the card's good. Okay, so now there's Blighted Fen, Ruined Processor, Grave Birthing. So Grave Birthing is a way to turn on processing, but I think I'm okay taking the Ruined Processor here. I still think there's pretty high probability Grave Birthing comes around. It's not a very high pick. Blighted Fen would be probably fine too, but we'll take the Ruined Processor. I'm okay with that. Ooh, Ruination Guide is fantastic. Oh, is a Mistintruder too? That's tough. I think Ruination Guide's just... I mean, Mistintruder is good for this deck, definitely, because we already have Strangler and Mercstrider and Ruin Processor. But I think Ruination Guide's better. Like, it pumps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like, at least 8 cards in our deck right now. And it's got Ingest too. I think I got to take the Guide over the Mistintruder, although I do want Mistintruders in this deck. Another Blighted Cataract or another Myers Malice. Probably don't need a second Blighted Cataract. I think we'll take the second Myers Malice. Probably just dump the Boiling Earth plan, which is fine. Second Myers Malice is certainly less exciting. Guess we can take Dispel maybe. I've never really sideboarded into it, but I don't need a Night Watch. This isn't a deck for it. I don't even really want to run the Cloud Manta in here. I don't think that this is a deck for that either. I guess we'll take Dispel. All right, Rush of Ice, on the other hand, with the Tidecaller seems pretty good, actually. Take that. All right, did get the Grave Birthing back, which is nice. Pretty high probability we end up playing that. All right, I guess I'll take the Castigator. Dutiful Return, maybe sideboard it, possibly. Not likely, though. So this deck needs 5 cards. It's not bad. So we've got enough processors now, I think. Strangler, Mercstrider, Ruin Processor. I think we just need, like, 1 to 2 more Ingesters. And we'll be in some good shape here. So yeah, still would prefer to not play Cloud Manta. I don't really want to play double Myers Malice, but I'm willing to leave them in for now. The only reason I think Cloud Manta is playable in this deck, it's not really thematically what I'm looking for. I'm looking for basically Ingesters and Processors, and other than that, more early game spells. I don't regret the Ruination Guide over Mistintruder, but it would have been nice to pick up one Mistintruder at some point. I mean, right, like I said, Ruination Guide pumps basically so many cards in the deck right now. It's pretty insane. Wow. Noyandar. We have a lot of instants and sorceries too. There is a Sky Spawner in here though. We're not in incredibly good shape to splash Noyandar, but with Anticipates, Grave Birthing, Miasma, Clutch, Rush, Myers. I mean, we have a lot of ways to interact with it positively, which is insane, but I think we're just going to just take Sky Spawner here. It's so good with Ruination Guide. It's such an important card when you're in blue. I like Noyandar a lot though, but if I had like Evolving Wilds, I think I would probably just take the Noyandar. But with no fixing, like Anticipates to find white mana, I don't like it. I think I'd rather just have a super powerful blue card in Sky Spawner. Plus, we really want some more early game stuff, you know. We have a good late game plan already, I think, between Ruin Processor and Guardian. So we'll take it. Sky Spawner. We can take Mindraker here. I don't love it, but there's really like not a ton else for us. Probably definitely don't need a third Anticipate, I don't think. And Retreat's not actually that great of a card, but Mindraker's fine. So still looking for like Mist Intruder, another Sludge Crawler, another Benthic Infiltrator would be nice. Complete Disregard. I'm trying to think of all the things that exile. Grip of Desolation, of course, but that seems unlikely. Yeah, we can take Horribly Awry. I think that's actually... It looks good in our deck. Probably don't need a second Rush of Ice. Sure. Take the Horribly Awry. Alright, Titan's Presence currently works with 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Only like 7 guys. Not quite enough to make it as good as I want it to be. Although Vampiric Rites, really isn't the deck for it. I guess we'll take Evolving Wilds. Which means we probably could have made the Noyandar work, but Evolving Wilds is still fine in this deck. Works well with Guardian. Enter, tap a creature, find an island, tap a creature, doesn't untap. Tap 2 creatures for this land. Plus it just fixes, which is nice too. Yeah, this really isn't a Vampiric Rites deck. I could actually speculatively take Titan's Presence. I don't have a ton of instant speed removal. I think I'm actually going to take the Titan's Presence. I'm not going to splash anything, I don't think. I could end up with some more colorless guys, which would make the Titan's Presence a lot better. Okay, there's Spawning Bed. Culling Drone's not great. Incubator Drone's probably fine too. I guess we want some more ingest. We need some more early game. It does work with Titan's Presence too. So does Incubator Drone, but we're looking for more ingest or ways to exile. We don't have a ton. And I guess Culling Drone at least is good with Ruination Guide. I think Spawning Bed is very good. Just very good in general. And there might be an argument for that here because I think the card is good. Especially with Ruination Guide. But I want some more ingest, so I'm going to take Culling Drone, despite the fact that I don't think it's that great of a card. I actually like Cutthroat a lot. There is Dampening Pulse too. I had this like Crossroads before, and I think a couple people at least said I should take the Pulse over the Cutthroat. I'll actually be the first to admit I don't think Cutthroat's that great in this build. I think before when I took Cutthroat, it was still early. This deck, on the other hand, is kind of a low creature count, which makes the Cutthroat worse. Could take the Spell Shrivel, but I think Pulse is like just a great card for us. Buys us time. There's also Wavewing Elemental, but our creature count's not as low as it looks, actually. I guess we're like at 15 with 16 even with the Awaken spells, but we'll take Dampening Pulse. We'll take it. All right, Windrider Patrol's just like amazing. Really powerful card. Yeah, I mean, we're going to take it. I'm trying to think what I want to cut right now. Guess we can take a second Mindraker's Demon's Grasp. Removal currently is Titan's Presence, which might not even make the deck. Rising Miasma. All right, I guess maybe we want the Demon's Grasp. Second Mindraker seems worse. Little removal light. None of these cards are particularly good. I don't think we want Bone Splinters, but I guess I can take it. I don't think we're playing it, though. All right. Baloth might be the best of these. I don't think we're playing Double Cascade, but maybe there's a chance. All right. Sound Skimmers. This really isn't the deck for it, but I guess it's cool with Ruination Guide. Gets to attack for 3. Doesn't really work with Titan's Presence, but alright, we'll take it. Wavewing Elemental. That might be good enough. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. So Tidecaller wants us to play all of our Awaken spells. Definitely. But I don't know if that's going to happen. So we need to make 4 cuts. Probably don't need double Myers Malice. I don't know if we ended up with enough goodies to make Titan's Presence work. Like, Sludge Crawler is not good enough with Titan's Presence, so let's just count like 2. Let's count 2 power and up. I mean, the thing is, it does feed processing, which is good. We have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 just seems too low. I feel like we're going to miss with Titan's Presence a lot of the time, which makes it, I don't think, good enough. So we have to make some more cuts. We're a little bit ingest light. Ways to exile are Crawler, Drone, Guide, Infiltrator, Awry, Grave Birthing. So that, what is that, like 6 cards? That's not that many. Does that make anything worse in our deck? Probably not. The reason I kind of like Wavewing Elemental in this deck is we have like Dampening Pulse and Rising Miasma, which are like good ways to stave off aggro, and then we can just get in evasively. But we already have like Patrol, Guardian as like powerhouse flying finishers. Sound Skimmer just blocks well, mostly. It's fine in this deck, just not amazing. How many Tidecaller? We have 4 things for Tidecaller. Could have been 5 if I played the second Myers Mouse, but I don't think we need it. That's okay. I'm okay with the 1 Rush of Ice too. Yeah, what do we want to cut here? Might be one of the Anticipates, but I don't really mind playing 2. But I guess one seems better. Like in this build, 1 seems better for sure. We have quite a few evasive guys, which I kind of like. How many flyers and unblockable guys do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not bad. I think we'll cut 1 Anticipate, and then the last card. I kind of want the Grave Birthing. I want the Miasma. Still think I want Demon's Grasp, just so I have some hard removal. I want all of my Ingesters. This is tough. I want my Horribly Awry because counter exile feels good. I mean, I could cut the Wavewing Elemental. I probably have enough finishers where I don't need it. Between Guardian, Windrider, Patrol, that feels like enough. And Rune Processor, of course. All right, I guess we'll cut the Elemental. I don't really know what else I want to cut. Everything just seems more thematically good. And I think we still have enough Awaken to make Tidecaller worth our time. Okay, yeah, this build's fine. Looks good. Little mini processing theme. Good finishers. Are we going to play double Skyline Cascade? I'm probably okay with that. We're playing 18 lands. Our curve's not absurd, right? I think the Cascades could play well for us too. Possibly. Because we definitely shine in the mid to late game. So more blue than black. This would be 9-8, which seems fine. Okay. Yeah. This deck seems pretty good. Okay, so blue-black, a little bit of processing, not dedicated. Pulse and Miasma, good little time buyers. Decent tempo, decent removal. Guardian's probably the strongest card in our deck. Yeah, so I'd probably rate this deck. If we'd gotten more ingest, I would have rated it quite a bit higher. I think Guardian gets us up there a little bit because it's such a strong card. I'd probably rate this deck 7 out of 10. And I think if we'd gotten like 2 Mist Intruders, I could probably rate it 8 out of 10. Or more, maybe. 8.5 out of 10 or something. But I think as is, a little bit low. The low curve is lacking a little bit. I'll probably give this 7 out of 10. All right. We'll see you round 1.